Hello, my lovies. Welcome to another episode of Babayaga Speaks. And today I want to share with you a vision that I had from last night. And it is about being versus doing. Now, these are not uncommon terms, especially in the field of like waking up, spirituality, um even in meditation. These are very very common words, and right now I'm experiencing and observing the movement towards being as opposed to just doing things. Now the way that I define them, and I have been given the opportunity to understand this definition because that's how I was raised before when I was way younger. So, um, when I was younger, I was already given professions. I was already expected to be someone that already has a fixed career, and my parents or even society in general is already expecting me to become someone at the age of 7. Oh, and I I think that this is a very common thing among a lot of people in my culture, in my country, um, and in different countries also. Like when you're younger, your relatives or your family would already declare that, oh, this girl, she's going to be a lawyer because she's so talkative. Or this girl is going to be a doctor because doctors are earning a lot of money, and they have viewed a doctor's life to be easy, and the comfort of having your own car, having a big house. uh, I remember when I was in elementary, my father and I was riding a jeep, and he pointed out to a big house, and he said, you know what, that could be your house too, and what you have to do is really work hard, be a doctor or be a lawyer, and then you can have that kind of house. And the sad thing was that he did not even ask me if I wanted that house. When I was at that age, I never really dreamed of having a big house. I was still in the stage where I fell in love with Winnie the Pooh and their tree house and their garden. So that was my vision of a home, of a house. So being told that that should be my house was a bit off for me. So as I grew up and imprinted with these thoughts that I should do a lot of things, my world became so external. My world became so just the hustling and grit and grind to really look for money, to acquire money. And money has been elusive for me because I did not really understand what money truly meant for me, because I was only adopting or adapting what money meant based on my family's definition or the society's definition. As I journey towards spirituality, as I journey towards what I consider is waking up to who I truly am and prefer to be in my authentic self, I would rather be being first, and then the doing would just be an overflow. What I meant by that is, I've been practicing, and it's a continuous practice. I've been practicing sitting down with myself, identifying what it is that I'm really thinking, what it is that I'm really feeling, where are these different energies coming from, probably come from because I don't have answers to everything. Mm, and ultimately, it became like a very beautiful alignment for me to be being first as opposed to doing first, even in simple things. Like, I think it was the other day that I was washing the dishes and then doing the laundry. These are very neutral things. It doesn't have to weigh so heavily. But at one point, I stopped just to think, what am I doing? Oh, I'm doing the dishes. Oh, I'm washing the clothes or doing the laundry. And then I'm just so thankful for these beautiful um, downloads. I call them downloads now because a lot of times the thoughts in our head just pop up. It's not really something that we have 100% control of. And I love it that way because it makes room for these downloads. Downloads of wisdom, of knowledge, of a little bit of enlightenment, whenever is needed and whatever is necessary during that time. So as I stopped after I was, during washing my clothes or doing the dishes, so what am I being right now? And that time I was being responsible. And I was also being grateful because we have dishes to wash, which means that we had food to eat. Being grateful that I'm able to do the laundry because we have abundance of clothes and we also have abundance of water. And that was really a beautiful moment for me because I remembered that I used to do all of these chores with a heavy heart. It's as if the world, the burden of the world is upon me because I'm doing everything. And now I'm in a stage in my life where I want to continue training myself. That if I have to take a pause and identify, so what am I doing now? What am I supposed to do now? I want to take a pause and reassert uh, like a like a conversation with the self and say, "Hey, wait a minute. You're thinking about what you're doing. Do you want to sit down and identify what you are being first?" And I'm not just talking about it with rainbows and butterflies because I also have moments where I would identify, you know what, I'm being dumb or I'm being lazy, I'm being an asshole. But what I appreciate about these types of conversation with myself now is that I get to be the observer of my existence. I'm no longer a slave to, what's going on. I'm not a slave to the circumstance. And it's like, it feels so liberating that I have a say towards it. And what I wanted to share with you, like, my hope for us is whenever it resonates and if it's your season and if it's time for you to be to be being rather than doing, then you might find yourself in a very transformational journey to look first within as opposed to always looking externally, always chasing, always grinding, and then not being able to sleep at night because you're not as peaceful as you would hoped. Um, the practice of being right now allows me to embrace what the things are that are happening right in front of me and then let go of the things that are happening in the background. You know, God always works in very mysterious ways. The universe, the divine, in isn't always something that you can sense with your body. There are always things beyond, our perception. And I think that's the beauty of it. And I just want to continue to train and practice and live a life where it's aligned to the very fabric of the universe, the very fabric of the reality that I choose to experience. So I hope that that is valuable and meaningful for you. So thank you for spending time with Baba Yaga today. Hamsala.